All right, this is going to be a review on the Whitesand WSL4 Professional Audio Mixer. It's a 4-channel mixer with a USB audio interface and Bluetooth, and it can be yours if the price is right. We'll go over it next. Okay, so it's the Whitesand WSL4 Bluetooth USB audio interface mixer, or something like that. And what does that all mean? I'm going to explain it to you kind of from start to finish here in just a couple of minutes, hopefully, so that you understand this basic mixer and what you can use it for, and what it can do. It's a 4-channel mixer, and if you don't understand mixers, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 channels, and really we're working with 3 sets of channels. They work up and down. So we're talking through channel 1 right now. I've got it cranked all the way up with the gain here and the volume here, so hopefully we have enough sound. Here's the effects. This mixer has 100 digital effects, so we'll go over those in a little bit. That's one of the things I really like about it. But my microphone, the Rode Pod mic, is plugged in right here, and it takes a lot of gain and volume to run the Rode Pod mic. It does not need phantom power, but the mixer has it. Could turn on phantom power right there if you have an XLR cardioid mic that needs it, a powered mic. Or if you have a higher level device plugged in, you can use this pad button, they call it high Z, to pad down the sound on that channel. And then there's a second channel for another mic, and it can use an XLR input or a 1/4-inch jack like that one and plug right into the middle. And then you've got 3 and 4. The 3rd and 4th channel there can be used separately in mono, like with a keyboard or guitar amp, or together in stereo. But sometimes, and this is how the USB interface works out, the USB interface works by plugging in a USB device or a USB cable in this case to the PC right here. And we're going to be using that channel for the USB, so we can't use these anymore. We push that button to USB, right there, the selector, and now we're using this mixer to record this broadcast, this podcast style thing right here. I've got it plugged into my PC and then a source into OBS. You could go YouTube Live, you could go Facebook, any real recording software. I'm using OBS, and you can make that your source, right? So my source for audio is the mixer, and through the USB, it's providing the in and out for the microphone. I hear myself in the headphones because I have the output of the headphones plugged in right there, and I can adjust my headphone volume. So that's one of the cool things about a mixer is you've got all that separated. And a mixer lets you plug in multiple sources. So if we had a second podcast guest or other audio devices, we could run them through the mixer, and then out the outputs. We've got outputs here, the main outputs, XLR up top, and then we've got the headphone output I showed you, the USB input output that we're using, and then there's the RCA output that says record out right there. You could go that route to plug into a mirrorless camera, a GoPro, or anything like that you want to route the sound from the mixer out that direction, or some all at the same time. Speakers out, monitors towards you, recording, all sorts of things you can do with this. The other way the USB function works is that you could take that out and not be connected to a PC. You could plug in a USB thumb drive and play the music off of it, or you could record onto it. The Bluetooth function allows you to Bluetooth into the mixer. So I could pull up my phone, pull up Spotify or something like that, and Bluetooth device, the Whitesand mixer or whatever it's called in there, connect to the mixer and play sound through that. And that would be through channel 3 and 4, where I could adjust the gain level on that channel, the gain and the volume. There is a 2-band equalizer on each channel, low and high, so you can adjust your frequency and balance that out a little bit. So really, it's a good little mixer. It's got a metal body. You're able to just throw it in a backpack or something because it's really compact. I've just got on this little tablet stand here, but this thing is about the width of an iPad and a little bit shorter. But it's a really great little mixer. So check out the Whitesand WSL4. I believe you can find it on Amazon. Before you go out and spend $500 on a podcast mixer, check out this. It's under $100, and you'll be able to plug in any type of microphone right into this and broadcast right out into a PC or Mac or anything like that. So I love these mixers. I have several of these here, and I've done reviews and more videos on how to use them. Check out my channel and like and subscribe. I appreciate you watching. If you have questions, about the Whitesand mixer or any other mixer, leave them in the comments because I will answer your questions. Or if I got something wrong, call me out because I'm learning too. I'm always figuring out new things. Something new about this mixer, I guess, would say the effects. It's got more than most of them. I'll turn that up a little bit. We're on 99, which is auto tune. It's one of the auto tune functions. And the more you turn your effects knob up, the more it accentuates that particular effect. Let's go down to reverb because that's pretty common. People want to sing, and those are in the 50s. So I just roll it down to the 50s. And then I push the selector button down, and I've got reverb. And maybe my singer or whatever, they want some reverb. That's how you do it right there. And then I can turn it off by just twisting the knob all the way down. So really a cool little mixer. And there's 100 effects on here, from hall, room, delay, echo, reverb. Let's go to the echo. Those are pretty cool. Those are in the 40s. 47. Got to turn the knob up. Got to turn the knob up. Got to turn the knob up. Turn the knob up. Go to 90. It's pretty wild. All sorts of different voice effects you could get on here. So there's a high-pitched one. Pretty cool. $85. All sorts of stuff. So those are the digital effects. Obviously, and in fact, I can just turn the knob right down and all the effects are taken out of the mix. So that's pretty cool. I don't have to mess with turning it on or off or anything. There is no on and off for the effects. It's controlled by the individual knob. So that's the Whitesand mixer. I'm trying to think if there's anything left on the list here that I was going to talk about that we did not cover. The phantom power, the USB switch. This is really important because if you're working with this USB and this channel here, to select that. The output indicators, I didn't really talk about those, but there's a couple lights here to let you know if you're clipping, if the sound levels are too high. So those are there. The selector buttons for if you were using a USB drive or recording to a USB driver right there. Really, there's nothing you can't do with a mixer and the right combination of accessories and little things like this. RCA plug to a 1/4-inch jack. Different ways to plug things in. If we needed RCA inputs, we just make them. All right. So love to get your questions. Appreciate you watching. Until next time, appreciate it. See ya.